Are you looking for ways to save on your next cruise? Well, keep watching because I have some tips for you. Hey fellow travelers, this is Norman Payne from Up, Up, Up and Away. Thank you for stopping into my channel and welcome back. Does a cruise seem like a very expensive vacation? Seems kind of out of reach? Well, it doesn't have to be that way. There are some tricks and some ways that you can go about booking a cruise and save some money. A lot of people are booking cruises. It is the #1 vacation choice as of right now. You can book a cruise and save some money if you know the right things to do. Some cruise lines, they focus on low budget type of cruises. And some of them use a tactic to just fill the ships by cutting costs and doing different things that you need to know that they're doing to get you on board. So you can even get on some of these luxury lines at a lower cost if you know exactly what to do. You can spend less and cruise more. Traveling off-peak. If you can plan your vacation to travel in the off-season, you can save a lot of money. The same itineraries are so much more cheaper when the kids are in school. Summertime is the height of the season. Spring and fall, when those kids are in school, are the low. When the cruise lines drop their prices tremendously on all of their itineraries. Some fares could be about as half of a summertime cost in the spring and in the fall. And remember, since there are no kids, the ships are less crowded, the ports are less crowded, destinations less crowded. So think about cutting costs by going off-peak. Try a European cruise in September or October. That is their low season for cruising as well. Some of the cruise lines have been cruising to those destinations in Europe year-round, so you will see cruising all year round to Europe. But September and October are the low seasons, so look at the cruises during that time opposed during the summertime because the cost is less then. Book early. I suggest booking early in anything you do with travel. The sooner you get in, the best prices you're going to get because most cruise lines want to fill those ships up. They want to fill them up. They don't want any empty cabins at all. So they're going to have the lowest prices on their cabins at the beginning of the sailing. When they first announce those sailings, that's when the best pricing is going to be. Now, there's another trick. Booking your cruise 90 days before it sails. Now what happens about then is final payment is due. That's when the cruise lines know if everybody that already booked is going to show up now because you either going to pay all your money or not. So if you look and find a cabin because someone else canceled right after final payment, the cruise lines probably will reduce that cabin cost to get you in there. They want people on those ships. They rather have a person in that cabin than have an empty cabin. So during that time, they're probably going to reduce the cost. Now that's tricky because they are filling up ships now. Most ships are sold out, so it's hard to find a cabin at 90 days before the sailing now. That is another tactic. Check out the cruises 90 days before they sail. Now, there's something else that plays a part in it. You have to be ready to travel as well. You have to be somewhere nearby or be able to get you a cheap plane ticket to get to that port. Because if you're going to save money on the cruise, you don't want to turn around and have to spend all the money back on a plane ticket to get there. Now, this works really well if you're close to a port. So if you're down in Florida somewhere, this works fantastic, or even in any of the other ports that cruises leave out of. Keep in mind, 90 days before the cruise sails is probably a good time to save money on a cruise. Consider older ships. I know everybody wants to get on the newer, brighter, bigger ships nowadays. That's the big thing with cruising, is get on the bigger, brighter ships. But if you're trying to get away and you're trying to save money and you want to go to some of the same itineraries, you want to go to the same ports, some of the older ships, they offer lower pricing on those ships. So get on one of the older ships. They still give you a great cruise experience. They're not cutting anything there. It's just that the ship may not have all of the newer amenities. Of course, you're going to get fed, the entertainment's going to be there, the cruise is going to go to the ports. It's just not going to have some of the brand new things like roller coasters and some of the water slides and things like that. But check out some of the older ships, and there is some savings there as well. Pick an inside cabin. Yeah, everybody wants an ocean view and everybody wants a balcony, and some of you big ballers, y'all want those suites. But pick an inside cabin because that is the least expensive cabin on the ship. Now, the reason why I suggest that is if you're a new cruiser, you're going to spend most of your time out and about on that ship because there's a lot to see and a lot to do on the ship. If you are a return cruiser and that's why you're going is for the cruise experience, then you're going to spend time out on a ship. Unless you're going for R&R and you want to go and sit on your balcony and drink coffee in the morning or have a glass of wine at night out on the balcony, then I suggest you save the money by getting an inside cabin. Those are usually the least expensive on any itinerary or any ship, even the big brand new ships that they have out there. Now, manage your onboard spending. It would not make sense for you to save money on the cruise and then turn around and give it right back on all of the onboard spending. Let's say Wi-Fi. Be sure that you get the package that you need for what you want to do. I would not get a streaming package if you're not planning on sitting in your cabin and watching movies. Then why go on the cruise if you're gonna sit and watch Netflix? There's no need for that. I hope you have a way to catch up on your shows when you get back. But get the internet package that suits you. Don't get over the package. You don't need a premium package if you're not going to be doing certain things. Maybe you are going to do some work while you're out to sea. If that's the case, just get the package that you need. So save money on the internet package. Drink packages. Now look at the drink package and see exactly how is that going to benefit you, and are you really going to drink the amount of drinks it takes to make it a value? If your ship is going to be in port 4 out of 7 days, are you going to be continuously drinking on those 3 days, or are you going to give yourself a break and relax? Who knows? Only you know. So look at exactly what you're going to be doing. So if you're going to be in the port, you're probably not going to be drinking as much. If you're going to be taking a break, those are days of drink package waste. Do not waste money on the drink package. You can count up how many drinks you're going to actually drink a day. You know your body. If you're going to go in there and go in, then that's fine. That's on you. But know that can't keep up every day. I know one guy told me he was going to get his money's worth, but on day 3, he was out like a light. He could not function on day 3. That was the day he paid for a package, but he did not drink because he was recovering from the first 2 days trying to put as much of those drinks as he possibly could in his system, and it backfired. So be sure you know exactly what you're going to drink. You can kind of figure this out before you go. Spa treatments. The spa treatments are cheaper on embarkation day and on days when the ship is in port. If you are going to a place where you have been to that port before and it does not thrill you to go off the ship, that is the day to go to the spa because the discounts are going to be there that day. Getting a massage is a massage. You don't need to get it while the ship is out to sea when they know that that's when most people are going to get that massage because you're kind of entertained out or trying to figure out something to do. So the price of it is at a premium on that day. But in port, there's not many people on the ship. So they are trying to get whatever they can. So they will discount the spa treatments. Do it on port days if it's a port that you've already been to. Excursions. So excursions is a tricky situation because you can get these excursions through your cruise line and usually they are the most expensive. So first off, if you're going to get it through your cruise line, get it before you board the ship. That's the cheapest you can get it. Secondly, you can possibly get it through a third party. Now, the cruise line's going to tell you that they guarantee that the bus is going to bring you back on time before that cruise leaves. Yes, I agree with that totally. But if you watch these excursion buses, they are all going in the same direction. It is usually not too many of them that's going separate. So if you book from a third party, it's probably going to get on the same exact bus that the cruise line bus people are getting on. Just check out and see what bus that they're getting on. You can do this by calling up the excursion company, Viator and TripAdvisor and people like that. They sell these excursions as well, and sometimes they're a little cheaper. So check that out before you purchase it through the cruise line. Last but not least is use a travel advisor. You know that I'm going to come back with that every time. Use a travel advisor. Your travel advisor knows all of these tricks and everything, and they can get you on a cruise and help you save money. It doesn't hurt their pocket for you to save money. All it does is help you. And that's what they want. They want to satisfy their customers. So get a travel advisor to help you put together everything you need before you go and to help talk you through all these things that I just told you about. If not, call me at 404-606-3371. I'll help you out. Well, that's all I have for you today. If any of this information was helpful, give me a thumbs up, like my video, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about the video. Let me know which cruise line you go on. Let me know which cruises you plan to go on. I would love to hear about any of them. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel so you'll get more of these videos. I have a lot of videos. Check out my other videos. I have a video on what you need for first-time cruisers. Check that video out as well. Also, hit that notification bell. That way you'll know the next time I upload another video. Until our paths cross again soon, I'll see you then. Peace.
And please like this video, share it, and subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on all my social media. Just hashtag #UpUpUpNorman, where you will find my Facebook page, my Instagram account, my Twitter page, and my TikTok page.